Welcome. We're going to talk about how to read a chemical equation. So here we have what's actually known as glucose. It's a sugar molecule. So how exactly do you read this? So every time you see a capital letter, that is a new element. Capital C, capital H, capital O. That is a new element followed by numbers. These are called subscripts, like submarine, mean they're below. So one way to kind of separate them and make it easier to read is I draw a dotted line between. So after each number, I draw a dotted line. So I have 6 C's, 12 H's, and 6 O's. Another way to do it is I could, after I separate it, I could write it C6, H12, O6, like so. So now I can say I have 6 carbon, 12 hydrogen, and 6 oxygen. However, what if I have this element? This might confuse you. Capital H, lowercase e. The same thing applies. Every capital letter starts a new element. This is actually helium, and there are 2 helium atoms. All right, well, what if I have H2O, water? So just like before, every capital letter is a new element. So I'm going to divide, not subtract. I'm going to divide. So I have 2 H's. And then O, there's no number after O. So that means it's an imaginary 1. So then I have 1 O or 1 oxygen. All right, well, what about this? What if I have capital S and capital O? So again, every capital letter makes a new element. So I need to divide this up. So I have an S and I have an O. Since there is no number after the S, it's an imaginary 1. There is no number after the O, so it's an imaginary 1. So I have 1 sulfur and I have 1 oxygen. Lastly, what if you do see a big number written down? Let's say I have water again, H2O, but you now see a big number written in front. What does that mean? It's kind of like in math. You're going to draw parentheses. So what this means is I have 2 molecules of water. So I have an H2O and an H2O. So I have 1, 2, and that's what the 2 represents in the front. It means how many molecules do I have total? All right, I hope this helps you guys to read subscripts and chemical equations.